Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, episode 10 was popping. Oh, episode 10 was popping. Let's go in. Love and Marriage. Now I got my notes. Like I said, hey, I got my notes. I needed my notes because there was some stuff going on. Let's get it started. Oh, so Wanda is getting checked by Kimmy and her son about what the heck are you doing? Going off on her daughter's behalf. Come on now, Miss Wanda. But I blame Kimmy. Sorry, Kimmy. I blame you, girl. You don't want to invite Martell because of his mess, but you invite the mess. I know it's a show. But it just makes me kind of wonder the underlying issue with Martell. Could it be his baby mama bringing her into the fold, so to speak, with that comment situation on MARSAU's post of the boys' trip in Atlanta? It's just something I thought about, could not. But it just seems as though when you don't want mess, then you just don't invite mess. So far, the only messy person was the person she was checking. Ooh. I think it's the ignorance for me that just gets me. That sends me. But yeah. And I'm just curious, why does Tisha stay quiet? I guess, well, I can't, tell my mama what to do. Well, actually, you can. You can put it to your mama what's in her best interest. To me, it seems like she works very well on trade and barter. So, catch my drift. MARSAU. MARSAU has a little tay-to-tay with his brother. He don't want to be around all that estrogen that's just leaking out of folks' pores and they're causing issues. So him and Maurice have a talk. And it's real convenient that, he puts the blame of the infidelity talk more so on the mother-in-law than perhaps the actions that he takes and the things that he says and the things that he doesn't say. It's really about the people involved, because no matter what someone else is saying about the people involved, the behaviors of the people involved are what's really in question. Because if the behaviors of the people involved were not questionable, then perhaps no matter what nobody else say, it really wouldn't penetrate. That's just my thought. But, I could be wrong. It could just be a more powerful force coming from the outside that is attacking. Yeah, okay. I hope all that works out. But yeah, she is messy. It's a little it's beyond messy when, you have fighting words and you want to fight people. You say you want to put hands on or lay hands on. I'm like, oh, Oh, that's what we doing? Mm, okay. So anyway, we shoot to Mel, and she's getting her product lines and things in order. Her mommy comes over, and they're discussing things. It's so nice to see that. Um, Mel is, going over a few photo shots, and the mom is a little, she's very conservative. Surprisingly, though, because last year, now I know people, it's a whole different year. I get it. But just months ago while filming, um, I thought she was with spending time with Mark, the other Scott brother. Ain't that true? And she's a deaconess or something, or evangelist of some sort. I'm not quite sure what her role is in the religious sector, but I just remember Melody kind of confirming, well, he was coming to her house too, so, it was a mutual thing. Don't get me wrong, but she probably just don't want to be, out there and discuss about her sex life. And that's fine. Hey, it is what it is. But, I really wouldn't question a little thigh action on the picture. That's nothing. That's nothing. Like Melody said, there's nothing showing that's could be misconstrued as anything other than skin. Okay. So, anyway, a whole new scene is with Tiffany and Kimmy. They doing lunch. Let's see. How can I describe this? Okay, so pretty much Tiffany is pumping Kimmy for information to find out how do you work balance, life balance, husband balance, kid balance, all this balance. And I don't think Tiffany realizes that pretty much when her and Maurice got together, she was pretty much set. Jalen was already in college, I believe, or just starting college or what have you. She had it together. She was looking for a mate to complement her adult life. And yeah, he came with a kid, but he wasn't that much of a baby for her to have to, really consider. Because she seems like that type of woman, similar to me, where you're at a point in a certain point in your life where you need a certain compliment. What you welcomed before, you're not going to welcome again. Been there, done that. So it's time to elevate and do what is her desire, bigger and better. And that's what she found in Maurice. Good for her. I'm really happy for her. And then I'm hearing about the businesses that she's going into. I heard she has some real estate ventures, and some with her husband, some not, maybe. She's doing big things. She comes from a corporate world, so business is, her repertoire, and that sounds great for her. Um, I really hope that this ATL trip doesn't trigger her into something, because I know it's bugging her, to have to go back to be considered just like the other wife, cheated on. And, even though she said they weren't married. So, but at the same time, you weren't. So he should not have been. I'm just saying. And I think that's what she doesn't want to get into, because she's probably weighed out what's more important now than something that happened then. And perhaps that's why they're going on so many trips. Go, Maurice. And I ain't put nothing into conclusions. I'm just saying, it just is cool that they worked it out, because it seems like, okay, before she was, complaining about or begging about, not in not in a bad way, but just expressing herself in a complaint, or a moan or groan or two about not going nowhere. They got married, didn't do a honeymoon until now. which is wonderful. And now he took her again to Miami, I think, for her birthday. Something like that. So, and she seems like she's happier, in a happier space, doing things that she desires to do, whatever is pleasing to her, and he's backing her up 100%. So I think he's learned his lesson. He knows what he got, and they're making it work. Good for Maurice and Kimmy. So further, Tiffany is telling Kimmy about the Utah, Alabama trip with what's her name, Melody. And Melody's really taking on a role about it. At the same time, she's really honing in on whether or not she wants another baby. And Kimmy is like, well, if you ain't got time for your man, how you gonna have time for your man and a baby and working and all this, that, and the third? Because your man is here now. You can't push your man aside and and thinking it's okay for the baby's sake. No, 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 no. You still got to funk your man. Make sure he good while you include other things. Just like with anything else, you can't pile on the plate when you ain't touched or finished what's already there. And it's about balance. So she's trying to balance it all, and it doesn't seem like they're. I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs, but girl, your man is crying on the next episodes about y'all. So let's see what that's about. Okay. So here we are with Martell. Child, hell has frozen over. I have been ragging on this man. I have been ragging on this man about getting his builder's license, and he finally heard me, girl. Ooh, some good H2O, child. Yes. Anywho, he finally heard me. It went through all the FCCs and wires and whatnots and not what's. And he finally heard me. Good for you, Martell. Now pass it so we can move on with our lives. Okay. So here we go. Kiki, girl, you trying to find a moment. You, Kiki. No, Kiki. Kiki, you don't. Kiki is not a cast member. Come on, Kiki. Kiki, girl. I'm glad that you had that talk with Kimmy because she got you two and together. Stop trying to make a moment a moment. Stop trying to do things to get on. I just can't believe. Well, actually, I can because sometimes, what did Wanda? Oh, I'm quoting Wanda. Blood is thicker than mud. Child, or blood ain't thicker than mud, whatever she said about blood versus whatever mud, whatever. I get it. First cousins can be a whoo. Certain family members can be a woo. But I've heard from other folks, you can't be mad when you do wrong to somebody and expect that somebody to react in a certain way. So now you want grace. Sometimes it don't work that way. Sometimes you may get what you dish out, and it may not be exactly what you think it is, but it's the same BS, right? Maybe not, but Kiki, stop, girl, stop. Well, she ain't gonna stop because watching the other episodes, the preview of what's to come. Ooh, she in another scene, child, letting loose. I don't know, Kiki, but I'm glad that Kimmy had that talk with you. So hopefully well, I saw the next scene, so never mind. I can't say that. Moving on, child. So the Scott brothers and their wives sit down for a little meal, and they're having a cute little time, dressing up, looking all cute and dapper and whatnot. Um, they talking about things, and Kimmy is talking about, Tisha's cousin, and she's like, I'm not really here for that, no matter what the validity is or isn't. That's not her judge, and she doesn't care for that. She's leaving that between family, which is a very good stance to take. Like, I would have done the same, if not very, very similar. I may have had a few cuss words in it, but you know, me and Kimmy are two different people, but we kind of cut from the same cloth when it comes to discretion and, keeping a happy home. I don't condone cheating in no form of fashion. Let me say that. From the time we get together, when we boyfriend and girlfriend, we are monogamous until death do us part. That's that on that. But yeah, Kimmy, I'm with her on that. I just shut her down real like, we don't do that, boo boo. No, no, If you, like she said at the no, at the slumber party thing with the black outfits, shouldn't you be going on? Talk to teacher. Don't be putting all this out there. Kiki is wrong. She wrong. Anyway, it's real trifling, but MARSAU brings up, the issue at hand. Well, Kiki was in a position to where we needed to discuss it with other business partners for everyone's sake without, really saying what it is. And then, to us, but they told Melody and Martell verbatim what the issue or issues were at that time. And she's been holding on to that and then putting Tisha's business out currently, even though they squashed their, discontent about that then. So all of her continuous, bringing up just because it may be true doesn't mean you have to keep bringing it up. We didn't know about it. So, all of that stuff Kiki is saying, she can go somewhere. But it's kind of cute that she was got two and together by Kimmy. That's not cute though. But as Marcel stated, that one time that Tisha had a question because of what Melody told Kiki, that Kiki told Tisha, and Kiki keeps running with that as if there's more to the story. But I thought that there were several instances that were the issue versus one issue, than that one instance. So maybe that's what Kiki is trying to clarify in that future scene. But I'll be real curious to know, is it one time discussed multiple times or multiple times brought up of infidelity? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was sort of a snooze, but what brought to life was all this mess going on. Ooh, fisticuffs or what? Screaming, hollering, and don't do it. Somebody got touched. My goodness, but we're gonna talk about that another time. Anyway, because things are developing and you never know what could go on. By the time you report on something, it's something else. But yeah, we're going to find out what happened. Anyway, how'd you like Love and Marriage Huntsville? Season 4, episode 10. It was kind of cute, but I can't wait till future episodes because things really get heated. And we know that reunion is going to be off the chain because of what transpired today in real life, okay? But anyway, drop your comments down. Let me know what's up. And thanks for tuning in.